Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knock 'em Dead Comedy.
Okay, we'll just do that for now. Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now. Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. How you all doing? Welcome. It's Friday night. We're hanging out live at Governor's Comedy Club. Thanks for joining us here today. We got all sorts of cool stuff going on here. We got an all-star show happening in the main room. Michelle Fox, Mike Keegan. Who else is in there? Vinny D'Agostino. You know what? I should pull it up. Fat Jay is in there. You know what? I'm going to pull it up, and I'll tell you what's going on. The Giggle Room has an open mic going on. Tim Gage is he's in there, and he's going on in a couple of minutes, and then he's going to come hang out with us. So, all right, let me see. What do we got here? Let me throw this here. All right, we got Michelle Fox, Vinny D'Agostino, Mike Keegan, Olga Namer, Alex Bradley, Fat J, Steve Rocco Perillo. That's a great lineup over there in that main room tonight. That show, I believe, is just getting underway. The open mic started probably about 20 minutes ago. Alex Bradley, the big winner for the Long Island Laugh-Off, so he's getting some time on the main stage, which is great. Tomorrow night, they're having another all-star show in the main room. Kevin Downey Jr., Jessica Colazzo, John Butera, and some other great comedians will be in there tomorrow. I believe Olga is back in there tomorrow night. Give me a second, I'll tell you who's going to be there. Let's see, tomorrow, all sorts of great people. Let's see, what do we got? Tomorrow night, you want to come see a great comedy show, Olga Namer, John Butera, Tony DeBosch, Mary Capone, Kevin Downey Jr., and Jessica Colazzo. These are just great shows right here. Just great shows. I know tomorrow in the Giggle Room, Les Deegan is performing, Dana McAllister, host of other great comedians as well. All sorts of great stuff happening. We got, and the open mic is happening in the Giggle Room. So we're hoping maybe get some of these open mic guys to maybe they'll pop in and tell us what they got going on. That's what we do here when we're live from the green room. We we hang out with all the comedians and we see what they got going on, what's happening, how they're feeling, how things are going, how the audience how well received they were. So some cool stuff happening here. I'm here by myself tonight. No Don Sill tonight. No Andy Plajanos, and I guess no Bosy. I'm very surprised about that. I thought for sure Bosy would be here, but that's all right because we're gonna have some great comedians joining us, and we're gonna have a fun time. Don't mind me. I'm just getting some things together here. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of great comedy shows. September 17th at the Brokerage, you can see Knock 'em Dead Comedy performing one of our hilarious murder mystery shows. This is a mob-themed murder mystery show. It's going to be a lot of fun. September 17th. The Family, the Fun, and the Felony Audience Interactive Murder Mystery Special Event. Go to govs.com and make your reservations now. govs.com. To see us. Hey, Ange. To see Knock 'em Dead. Hello. To see Knock 'em Dead Comedy at the Brokerage in Belmore. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to leave that graphic on for a while until I get people in here. So I hope everybody's doing all right. Thanks for joining us. So we're just hanging out. Like I said, Tim Gage will be hanging out soon. Hopefully we'll get some of the comedians that are playing in here to come hang. I'm sure Fat Jay will come in at some point. Michelle, I'm looking forward to talking to Michelle Fox because every time Michelle is here, she's hosting most of the time, so we don't really get much time with her. Where tonight they're doing it differently in the big room. There's nobody hosting, which is kind of different for them. They normally don't do that. Each comedian is going out doing their set, and then they just introduce the next comedian. So that's going to be kind of cool. So so hopefully Michelle get some time to hang out with us in here for once, and we can catch up with her and see what she's got going on. So big weekend. You know, the 3-day weekend, end of the summer season. But this is a great way to end it with some great shows, some great lineups here. So, we're hanging out here at Governor's, and we're having a great time. Yeah, the hallways are packed here. Lots of great people. Jack Adams just walked by. Jack Adams is a great comedian that you can see regularly on the governor's stage. Tom McGuire is trying out some new material in that open mic. They got a whole bunch of people trying out in that open mic in there, but they got a nice full room, so hopefully the audience is receptive and they hang out for a while and support all the comedians. But yeah, there's probably at least 10, 12 comedians out there for the open mic. So and hope that goes well. And looking forward to meeting some new people, some new comedians. Let's see how it goes. So what do you guys got going on this weekend? For your 3-day weekend, what do you got cooking? Tomorrow I'm going to be with some friends, hanging out at a friend's pool. Sunday, speaking of comedians, Sunday I'm going to be hanging out. Me and Don Sill, we're going to be hanging out with Mark Hirschman, who you see here Tuesday nights, Hershey and the Keegs, and Eric Haft. Great comedian Eric Haft. He's going to be hanging out. We're going to see James Taylor at Jones Beach. But Hirschman and Haft, they're rich, and they have a lot of money. So they were spending like $500 a ticket or something, which is, almost the norm for concert tickets these days. But me and Don were like, love James Taylor, but we're not spending that kind of money. So Don was like, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know. What do you think? So we're like, all right, let's get some cheap tickets. So Don's like, oh, I found some tickets for $25. Like, $25? But they're like in another state. They're like way in the back. I think it was like second to last row or something. I'm like, Don, I love James Taylor, but I don't know. I think I'd rather sit home and watch it on, watch him like on a pre-recorded, on TV. When you're sitting high up, like you can't, like they're already on the next song before the sound of the previous song gets to you. Again, it's like another state, another time zone. And then, you only see this much. You see that much of them, and then you're looking on the screen the whole time anyway, like it's TV. So I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. So, and I don't think Don was either. So what we're doing, we're going to hang out in the parking lot, like the white trash that we are. And we're going to look for Hirschman and Haft, hang with them. And then we're going to go see what's going on at the box office. Because sometimes these bands, when they come to a venue, they have a bunch of tickets that they're holding for friends and family. And whatever they don't use, they give it back to the box office. And then they sell them last minute. So we're hoping maybe that'll be the case. And we can get some last minute decent seats at a decent price. There he is. Fat J in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Where's Don So? Where's Plaginos? Nobody's here?
Nobody's here. I'm all by my lonesome today. Don Sill is out with family. Plaginos is in the city watching Shakespeare.
Oh.
Shakespeare in the park.
Oh, nice.
He's civilized. He goes to real theater like a gentleman.
Like a fucking gentleman. He can understand that shit because he's smart. I can't understand that shit.
You can understand that shit. Nobody lives like a gentleman like you do.
No, I just mean the English that they speak in Shakespeare.
Yeah. No, it's not bad. I've actually performed Shakespeare. Once it's explained to me, then I'm cool.
Nice.
once I get it explained.
You need an opener for the Knock 'em Dead Murder Mystery Show at the brokerage? If you need an opener, I'm available.
Jay, you're a true comic.
Hey, man, I remember doing it in the giggle room here, and Tim Gage came walking in and said, what's going on in here? I'm hearing all sorts of laughter. And that's because, we were kicking ass in there that night.
Yeah, that was a good show.
It was.
Are you on now or no?
Yes, I am on now. Yes, I am. Very
Hey,
nice.
Mr. Keegan.
I really don't like talking to you off the air. It's very...
Nobody does, and I don't like between this gig and then doing my stuff at White Post Farms. Like, I've never talked so much in my life, man.
Oh, you're back at White Post.
Yeah, I start that again in 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rich Walker still do that? Doesn't Rich Walker...
Yeah, they
used to do it?
They dumped him a few years ago.
Hilarious.
And Tom McGuire.
The prettiest
Tommy,
Yeah,
come on in,
leave it
say
open.
hello
Leave
here.
it open so people feel welcome.
Yeah, hop on.
Yeah,
Grab one of
absolutely.
those.
Hold on, Tom.
Absolutely.
There's 3 people watching, and 2 is on Tony's phone.
There you go. Hey, you 3 people.
Hello, 3 people. It's an
Yeah.
absolute pleasure.
They were a lovely crowd in there. Let me tell you. They
Yeah?
were very good. Yes, I enjoyed them.
Well, you went on nice and early, which is nice.
Yes.
You did too, right? You already went on.
I did, yeah. I did the second spot. They were awesome.
Yeah, huh? Nice. Well, that's a good room. I like that room. It's
Yeah, no, it's the tight there right there. Sometimes
Yeah.
it can be a pain in the neck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because there's a lot of action going on, like the waiters and all that stuff. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's what comedy clubs are. So you got to ignore that
Right.
and not take that personally.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
like about it. Since they expanded it, because it used to be small that you almost felt like
You're climbing over each other.
Even
Yeah,
though they
but-
made it bigger, my balls still rub on everybody I pass in that fucking room.
Dude, I
feel
was just
terrible.
telling Keegan before when we were doing the Hershey and Keeg show in
Oh.
there and it sold out. You came up to me, you were like, I really need you to MC this show.
Hershey
for me.
and Keg show? What?
Hershey and Keegs.
The fuck kind of show is that?
It's Mark Hirschman and Mike Keegan's.
All right, I'm not going to get into racial stuff there. But it might not be funny to say that now with these three people. You God knows,
Yeah.
That's all Tony needs.
These three are
Tony
gonna
needs
take you down.
1/3 of the audience leaves because I made a racial thing.
It's Hirschman. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
That's Keegan I'm worried about. So go ahead. You were going to say something, and I interrupted you.
No, that was
On
my
Hershey.
story. I had to MC the show because Jay, you were like, I can't. It's
I
sold
can't
out.
Oh, my
going
balls
up and
were
down.
right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
And then they had that. They used to have those doggy stairs in there.
Yes.
Oh my
so
god,
I would
dude.
step on it, and you'd hear, and I'd be like, "Oh
Yeah.
my
Be like,
god,
one day.
I'm going through these fucking things one
Yeah.
day."
Yeah. They. I'm glad the opening worked for me tonight.
What'd you open with?
I opened up with. I'm not going to say anything about Jordan Lauterbach's handicap and his cerebral palsy because that gets me nowhere before the show, and I don't want to have to fight to get you people back.
That's fantastic.
You know how they say the phones listen to us?
Yes.
So I guess watching you so many times at McGuire's talk about your forklifting days.
Yes.
All I get is these forklift videos on Instagram.
I know
now,
that
like,
they hit the
every
wall
day.
and fucking guy falling asleep while he's driving and hits the. That's hilarious.
And I'm like, this is Tim Gage's fault
Yes.
every time.
Time.
I'm stoned in my car at 10 o'clock
Watching
at night,
this shit, laughing.
Fucking, I'm like, Tim, this is Tim Gage. This is what he does at
Yeah.
work.
Fucking
Day
hilarious.
job.
That's great.
How's Knock 'em Dead from the green room tonight? How's everyone doing out there?
Thanks for joining us today. We're hanging out with Jay and Tim and Tom. This is great. The place is packed. It's a fun.
Yes.
It's a fun night here. I just last week checked out. I was in Cincinnati and I checked out.
Oh, nice.
Go
Nice
Bananas.
city. Okay.
Any of you guys? Do you travel like? Do you go on the road? No, you're just
I used to.
You used
but
to,
I haven't
right.
gone to Cincinnati. No.
ever?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have friends out there that I probably should go out there and visit and eat their food.
And eat their
Yeah.
food. They're waiting
But
for
how
you.
was it?
I actually enjoyed it. They had it. I had the night free. It was actually the night that I got there. I had nothing planned, so I was like, "Oh, let me go check." It was only about a half hour away, so I'm like,
Right.
"Let me go check this place out." It was weird at first because you had to to find this place. You had to go behind some shopping center. It was like I was like, "Where the hell am I going?" And then it said doors open at 6:30 for a 7:30 show. They didn't open the doors till close to 7. I really I was sitting there thinking I'm outside the place like am I in the right night? I kept checking my phone like
yeah, right.
I have the reservations for tonight. It was really strange, but once they opened the doors, people were coming in. They were having basically like their version of the laugh off.
Oh, okay.
But I was a
Funniest
little-
guys from Cincinnati.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
so when I first walked in, I'm like, oh, this sucks. I'm going to see all the these local people that don't have a lot of experience. But they
And I don't know anything else about Ohio.
right. I don't know.
I'm not going to get the Ohio jokes.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they did it nicely where they had, it was, what did they call it? The newbies and the semi-pros. Like they split it
Yeah,
in half.
okay, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, all right, so this might not be so bad. And they, even these new guys, they were all pretty good.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, no, when I started out, it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
I would do open mic. We'd have like a lot of guys that were doing open mics. But Adam Ferraro would stop down, Kevin James,
Sure.
Rock Room Gary Valentine, Joey Cola.
Yeah.
If they had nothing to do, I got to work on something, and they just would show up, and
Right.
the show would be great.
Yeah.
You'd be like, holy shit, that was a great show.
It was
and there was
pleasantly
8
surprised.
people in the audience.
It was definitely one of those things where you could feel it was more comedians in the room than
Yes.
audience,
yes.
but it was still a decent turnout and a good energy. And there was this one kid, Stephen Bayer, and I was talking to some of these guys afterwards, and I actually was laughing because I was trying to talk to them. I was like, I work at Governors, and nobody knew what Governors.
Not in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
Go ahead. Go on.
Well, I put you to sleep already? What
Yeah, he
I
did.
gotta take a piss real quick.
Well, look
Yes,
at this guy.
come on in, Chris.
Yeah, of course.
Squeeze in a little more, Mr. Gage. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
bro.
Why, what do you,
Talk to you. Maybe like Tuesday night or so. Who's here Tuesday night?
Tuesday night, Keegan and Hirschman are here on Tuesday night.
And they have a show, too. They do a show.
You gotta do
And
it.
they have
They're not
Tom
here-
McGuire hosting this show.
They're not here all night, you know. There's room for you there, Chris.
What happened? Boy, you killed him on that Cincinnati story.
Oh, McGuire left
Yes,
too?
too,
What
yeah,
the hell
what the
happened
fuck?
here? Wow. Wow, sorry there.
Yeah.
Wow, I guess.
Joe, how are you? Joe DeVito's
Joe
here.
DeVito is here. Look at that.
Yeah. How are you? Good to see you.
Are we on the air right now?
We
Yes,
are on the air
If
right
you
now.
want to stop down and
Good to see you,
talk.
pal.
There's three people. There's three people on watching, but that's all right.
That's cool. Well, there's still 600 people in the green room, so we
There you
got
go.
one.
Yeah, true. Are you going up?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, story of my life.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Just before.
There you go.
All right, so we're getting a lot of cameos tonight, apparently. But
Yes, it looks like not many people got work on Labor Day weekend.
Is that usually the case? The comedy clubs are not busy on the holiday weekend? Probably not. right?
Not really, like because there's a lot of barbecues and stuff like that. Plus, the weather is great. If the weather was crappy, people would be like, "Let's do
Right.
something. We got to go out and do something." It's Labor Day, you know.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, but
that
then-
is
yeah.
a lot, and it'll probably be with school and all that stuff. A couple of weeks, and then it'll start picking up again. And
Right.
then hopefully.
Well, yeah, when the
it
cooler
picks up.
months come in, then that's when
Yeah, people
it all
wanna go
picks
out.
up. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, there was this one kid, Stephen Bayer, who I thought was just fantastic, and I remember and I was thinking to myself, yeah, I got to remember this name. So I went to him afterwards, and like I said, yeah, the only person that knew Governors was one of the owners of the club.
Yeah.
But I mentioned to him, I said, I work at Governors. I said, do you ever make your way to New York? And this kid Bayer said that he was actually coming in November. So I said, please, we exchange information.
Yeah.
So I wanted, maybe try and get him whatever's going on at the time. Maybe get him on something. This
Well,
kid, was
hopefully
fantastic.
we'll get some. It's a great way to raise money and have benefits on a Thursday or Sunday night
Right.
at the clubs. And you can get on a show like that.
Right. Yeah, they'll throw him a
know.
few minutes at that point. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. Let me see if I
That's
can.
an open.
Yeah, but he was. I think I missed him. I wanted to get him on camera. I was just telling Keegan when they had the laugh off.
Yes, he was on that.
Right. Oh, so that's right. You were here. Did you see him after his set?
No.
So he does his set. He walks through the hallway here. He goes
this
out to
guy
the
was
club.
hammered.
But he went out into the room. Comes
And-
back. He had these two hotties on each arm, and
Yeah.
he's walking around like he owned the fucking place.
Yeah.
And these two hotties, and they're hanging all over him like this guy was my
That's
hero.
comedy.
So many days like that, you lost count.
Yeah, that happens all the time. So fucking funny.
I wanted to trip him when he walked by.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
So all right. So that's so. So normally, what would you be going home at this point? Like,
Yes.
Really?
I'm in my car and on the expressway right now. Yeah. No, I'd be out talking to James and stuff like that, watching a couple of the acts, people that I know.
do you take interest in the up and coming?
No. I thought I would be better. I mean, Truson says to me, he goes, Tim, you've been doing, as we're on stage with the audience that's packed,
Yeah.
and he goes, would you have anything to say to these up and coming kids that are coming up? you know?
Was this tonight? He said.
Yeah, and I'm like, fucking run. But I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Right.
shit. In my head, I'm like, I got to say something nice, And I'm
Yeah.
like, we'll just have fun,
That's
Go
a
up and
good
have
answer.
fun.
Yeah.
And, just have fun. And,
And then afterward, you yelled
right,
at
and stop
yelled at-
fucking your mother on stage. Don't do the
No,
joke.
leave it open.
Yeah. Don't be,
I
no.
thought he was coming in.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I was like, duh, so. I mean, years ago, I had no filter, so it was pretty
Right.
bad. I would be like, fucking run. Fucking,
Well, I think, those of us that know you, I think we expect that.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, the Jordan Louderback, always a good one to go up after him. The best was Rich Voss with him. Voss was out at McGuire's and Louderback, who's
he's great.
fucking funny as hell.
Yeah. Very smart guy.
And very great jokes, and I love it. And he was hosting the show, and Voss is just, he goes, I'm going to be getting off. And the audience is like, oh, he goes, no, I got to give it at least, 20 minutes before this guy can make it back to the stage. Talk about no filters.
That's great. Now, we were talking before on the air with the laugh off. There was one comedian, his name escapes me, but he's on a wheelchair.
Sean something. I forgot his last name. Very funny guy. I think he's very funny.
How did he get? Like, did somebody carry his? Like, did somebody?
No, he's done it at McGuire's, and I think at the brokerage we just get a couple of guys and lift them up and put them up there.
Wow!
And that's what they did back here. They just put them up on the.
So some of the comedians just stepped up and picked them up. Wow!
But I always try to go home
before that.
Before you have to take them back down. They're like, Gage, we got to get him down. Fuck him! Get a ramp.
That's right.
Should have a ramp. Go write a letter to the legislator. And fucking get a ramp up here.
All right, everybody, the first few rules move. We got to set up
I like
the
his
ramp.
jokes and stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I heard he was good. I was in here. I didn't get to see it. But so what's cooking this weekend? You said you're going to see the Met game?
Yes.
Sorry.
Saturday. Yeah, I know. It's.
But it must be easy to get in at this point.
No, well, the U.S. Open isn't going to help.
Well, true.
But my son got a 20-game package.
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Like, it's like the only time we get to see each other.
Yeah.
So it's great. I love it. We walk around, talk, get caught up, and then
Nice.
Sixth inning, I'm like, I'm ready to go.
Right.
There's nothing happening now.
And it doesn't. Even if there is, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it's over, Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's over.
I'm going to the Ducks game on Monday.
That's always fun.
Yeah,
I
the
always
Ducks
like
are
that
fun.
Duck Stadium.
My mother totally gave me up with this Ducks game. So I'm involved in a few different special needs organizations.
Right.
And I set up 2 or 3 games this year where we went to the Ducks games and went on the field and met the players, the whole works. Yeah, I got the pregame barbecue area.
In the corner.
Yeah. So last week, like I said, I was away, but my mother calls me up because she was keeping an eye on the house and whatnot. She goes, you got mail from the Ducks. She goes, and you grab the envelope. She goes, it feels like there's tickets inside. I'm like, all right, go ahead, open it up. She goes, oh, they sent you like a thank you for your business. It's 4 tickets. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I go, when? She goes, Labor Day. So I'm like, all right, I don't think I have any plans. I could probably do this. And then all of a sudden it hit me. My brother is singing the national anthem that day at the Ducks game.
No crap.
So I'm like, this is perfect. So I said, yeah, hold on to him. I'm gonna go. But now I'm thinking too, like, now I look like the good brother that is going to support him while he's singing and stuff. And so I'm like, I have no intention of telling him I got these tickets for free. But
hilarious, because don't tell him, and then he'll have to come see you perform in
well,
the show.
that's the thing. My mother gave me up, so when I came home, when I came home from my trip, I contacted him and I said, "Oh, just let you know, I'm coming to the game." And he goes, "Yeah, Mom told me that the Ducks sent you tickets." Son of a bitch!
You've always been the crap brother, and you'll always be the crap brother.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it is the truth.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, it was cool how it worked out. So, yeah, it was cool, and we.
You're not going to yell out like "you suck" and then
throw a tomato.
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine?
He pissed on me when I was a kid. He pissed on me in bed. All right, that's enough, folks. Can we just,
Yeah, right. Escort me out before the game even starts. Yeah. I was on the field, like I said, with one of the organizations. I don't know, maybe 2 months ago or so, and they let us walk right up to the field. Mm-hmm. And Ruben Tejada's on the Ducks this year.
Right.
Daniel
Murphy was on them.
He was, but then he went to San Diego. But now I believe he's retired again. Yeah. But Ruben Tejada, as a lot of Met fans know, he was the one who got his leg broken by Chase Utley. Mm-hmm. So I'm on the field, and I pull out the camera, I put on video, and I walk right up to him. I go, come on, say it. Say Chase Utley's a dick. Say it. He wouldn't do it. Oh, I was hoping. How cool would that have been if he said that?
You would have had 8 million views, and people would be listening to this station more than 3 right now.
That's exactly what it is, 3.
But I'm glad you're listening, folks. Really.
That's right. And so now you're brought in on a night like this because you're a heavy hitter, but But you treat it like the open mic that it is. So you try new stuff.
I was all kind of new stuff that I was doing.
And it went well?
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times. And,
Yeah.
It's basically that I'll go and listen to the tape and see what it sounds like and if that's what I want it to be like. Because I do a thing where my son, I took him to the airport and I had trouble getting to the airport and I have to be at work on time. I make it a little, it's dramatical, but it's did what happened and I dropped him off and I'm just outside the airport and he calls me and I'm like, what the hell did this son of a bitch forget?
Right. Now I got to go back through all the different things.
I go, hello? He goes, it's tomorrow. Right? So Colin helped me out on that one because how he said it was, it's tomorrow,
Yeah.
And I had said, Colin was like, try it softer. Try it softer. And it works so much better.
Really?
Yeah.
See that?
But I forgot to tag it because, I go, all right, and I hang up. I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. And then I have to remember his therapist going, it's not his fault. He has ADD.
Right.
These things happen. You have to accept that. It's like, I don't have to fucking accept anything. God damn it. But then I'm calmed down when he comes thinking, go, yeah, how you doing here? Good to see you.
Yeah. I don't mind bringing you back tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
So, and did Colin explain, like, why he thought that?
He said
I
it
love
came
this
out
stuff.
to him like he didn't care. Like my son didn't care. Which my son did care.
Yeah, of
But I
course.
mean, like, I'm not like my father, like, because he goes, I couldn't get in there. It's 24 hours before the flight. They'll let you into the airport. I'm like, I would have walked around the airport for 4 hours. I would have not called my father and said,
Right.
it's tomorrow.
It's true.
So,
Wow.
So he was just like, yeah,
fantastic.
try it softer. And it worked better. At first it didn't. I was like, dude, it doesn't fucking work. He goes, really? But it's been working.
Wow. Yeah, see that I love hearing that stuff, the whole creative process. 'Cause I wouldn't
it's
think
just
about
like
that.
crazy. I didn't think about it. I was just like, yeah, but he said it this week. He goes, just try it softer. I said, all right,
I mean, and I've seen that. I remember. I don't remember who it was, but I remember Carrie was back here talking to somebody. She had them change the simplest of words. I don't remember what the word was either, but it was.
You're just like, boom.
And it crushed after that. I'm always amazed by that and how smart you guys are with that when it comes to that stuff.
It's also, you have to, like comedy, you take what you want. You have to listen to what people are telling you, but you don't have to use it,
Right.
I have my fuck it joke where, I do, fuck it, here's $5 and stuff like that with my kids. And Gary Valentine was the one that told me, yo, you can bring that back when you went to the beach. When I take the cooler out and I'm yelling at the kids and then I go, fuck it. And it was just there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, wow, Joey Kohler. Because in the bit of the fuck it bit, I take my son to the bathroom at the beach and it's disgusting in there.
Right. Yeah.
So I had this thing. I was like, it's disgusting. You got to clean the seat and all this shit. And Joey Kohler's like, he goes, Gage, I went into the restroom with my son and it was like somebody slaughtered a goat. So try that. So I was like, oh, okay, So I tried it. Joey was on the show. I tried it. I go, we'll go to the next stall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So I go, it looks like somebody slaughtered a goat in here. And I go in and kick the door and go in the next stall. And then I go, this just happened on stage. It just happened. It was improv. It was like, go back to the goat. Go back to the goat. Like that was cleaner than the other room.
Right, right.
And, it was just like, boom. And, I was like, Joey, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just really, just a tag. So, and there are things you don't have to listen to everybody. Everybody's not the genius of comedy. But,
Right.
I mean, you listen and you go, oh, I'll try it and see what happens. I'll see what that brings,
And then like you mentioned that, if things are going well on the stage and you're getting that energy, something like go back to the goat, it just comes up.
That's why
because
I tape
you're feeling
all of them.
it.
That's why I
Right.
tape everything I do. If I'm even just doing a set that I'm trying, you never know when it's going to pop out. And,
Sure.
Creative people, like I've always had my pad at my dresser when I'm sleeping, and if I don't write it down, I don't know how many times I've said, I'll remember this. It's so funny. I am not. And then you get up in the morning, you're like, oh my God, I cannot remember what the hell was so funny last
Yeah.
night.
Well, that's
So it's just writing it down and using your
Right.
phone and
exactly. That's the beauty
Yeah.
of these things. You could just quickly
Yeah.
just
Yes.
get the phone out and do it instead of carrying,
Yeah.
worried about carrying a pad or something.
yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, the problem is I got so many freaking notes on my phone. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
true.
Well, I got it down. It's like, I'll go back to it later. And then you have like, a whole shitload of shit that you didn't do anything with.
Right, and then you're
you're
trying to remember
drinking.
what did this even
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, yeah, sometimes,
true.
yeah. So,
And even tonight you recorded it.
yes.
Really?
Yeah, just.
So all right, so let me ask you this because you're
I hate hearing myself, and I hate hearing
Yeah.
the show sometimes.
yeah, I hear you.
You know,
I'm with you on that
You're
one.
just like, there's a lot of silence there, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, but
and-
that's sometimes
But there
a
are
good thing
times
too.
you get off the stage and like, that was fucking great. And then when you listen to it, you go, wasn't as great as I thought it was.
Right. But I learned that. But I learned that in Truson's class. I remember one of the things he did. He was showing us somebody's bit, somebody's set.
Yeah, either Richard Jenny or that other guy. Go ahead.
Yeah, it might have been Jenny, and where he cut out the audience laughter. So you're seeing it really sinks
Right,
in that way.
right.
You see just how little you are talking within a certain amount of time because
Yes.
because of the timing, letting them laugh.
Yeah.
And there were plenty of times, and it totally changed the view of watching
Yes.
this when with taking out the laughter because it's nothing but silence, and you see this guy, and you're getting uncomfortable, but
Right, yeah, because you're not hearing it.
right, but it totally puts it in perspective.
Yes.
because the timing is everything.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, like, I used to have people at work would be like, oh, you got to see, what's that one? What the hell was that big show on Channel 4?
What, like America's Got Talent or
No,
one of
it
those?
was a sitcom. It was I never really watched them. Like I never saw a Seinfeld, a full Seinfeld. Yet.
No kidding, really?
No, I mean in a hotel or something like that. I'll see the end of it or something.
Yeah.
But I was out every Thursday night. I was out. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
What the hell was the name of that? It was all those smart kids and stuff like that. And
Oh, are we going back to the '80s, like head of the class?
No,
one
no,
of those?
no, like '90s or 2000s.
All the smart kids.
I forget the name of the damn show.
I'm not a smart kid. so I
Somebody
don't-
was like, "Oh, you got to see this," and like, I was like, "Oh my God, this is." I'm the guy that's unloading trucks. This guy's making 20 times more than me.
Right.
You know, I'll think of the goddamn thing later.
Mets are tied 1-1, by the way.
Oh, that's good. There we go. I'll take that. But yeah, no, I just I don't know which comedy, what's like the timing, like you were saying that you without the laughter. You're watching the pause and what they do and all that
Yeah.
other stuff. I mean, like that's why a lot of people drink on stage is so that they give the audience a chance to laugh and
Sure. Oh, that's a good
cigar
idea.
and all that other stuff. No,
Right.
I don't do that.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, we're both. I don't want.
Old?
Well, no, we're not. We're not old, but we're getting there. What's your? So you're taping. You're still writing. What's the goal at this? Is there a goal at this
There is
stage?
no goal.
You just.
No.
It's just
I
for
always
fun.
say
or?
the different. Yeah, it's definitely just for fun for me. Because like I didn't have dreams of becoming huge and all that other stuff, but I always like I'd written something down like what separates the men from the boys is like your dreams aren't going to come true, but you still go ahead and live
Yeah.
your life. You know what I mean? And I always just wanted to do this. You know what I mean? And I did it, and I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish.
So it was never,
I never
a goal
really-
to make it big.
No, not to be
really.
on Johnny Carson or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that. I said if that ever happened, then it happened. But
Sure.
But I mean, like I've failed auditions, I've failed, certain things, and and I just, I don't know. I've always had a sense of humor, so I
Yeah.
mean, I've always known I've had that. I wasn't able to read. I wasn't able to write. I
Right,
was
yeah.
illiterate until I was 21, and
Right.
all that shit. And like this was just something that I always had. So it's not something that I was gonna bank on and try to make $1 zillion.
But I'm surprised about that.
I just enjoy like when something hits me. It's like
Yeah.
that's why I love the clubs. I mean, I get something, I write it down. I'm like, oh God, couple hours I can do this on stage, or
Right.
a couple of days I'll be able to try it and see if this works.
So it was never. So it was never even like a side job about money. You just were enjoying it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. I mean, I never really asked people how much I was getting paid for the gig and shit like that. You know, I mean, I just really just wanted to get on stage. You know,
Because I'm surprised because you are, you're like one of the.
I've been around for a long time.
Yeah, but
it's.
But you've been around for a long time because you're one of the best that's in this area.
Well, I try to be. Yeah.
No, you
know,
are.
I try. You know, I try to come up with something new. I always try to keep it fresh and try to, you know.
So I
mean,
wonder.
because like my kids are older and stuff like that, I don't have kid jokes. I mean, but I drove the kid to the airport. He's 33. You know?
Right.
And you didn't fucking have the right fucking day.
That is great.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then he's trying to tell me, well, I went, you know, he went to Pittsburgh for a bachelor party and he thought, you know, he changed the flight. So it was a day earlier and he thought it was that day. And I'm like, you just wanted to get laid in Texas. Okay.
Right.
Let's boil it down to what really the thing was. You know, don't try to bullshit your father.
Holy crap. And
yeah, so I mean, like,
can-
I don't know what's coming up next. I mean, it could be being older and playing that thing, you know. And
But I guess because you never, yeah, like you said, you know, failed tryouts and whatnot. Maybe because you never made it to that level. Maybe that's why you still have the same goals, the same fire to keep doing it.
I
like
guess
that?
so. Maybe. I mean, because like, I've seen people make it and stuff like that, but their comedy changes. They gotta get the audience to like them more.
Right.
They can't be too, you know.
They got to be safe.
They got to be safe. They got to, you know, keep everybody happy and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
It was a thing. I had a friend of mine who was opening up for Tim Allen, and his name's Jim Labriola, and he's a very funny guy.
Yeah.
And Tim Allen goes, listen, Jim, you're going to have to watch your language on stage. I got kids in the audience now, and, you know, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, no problem, Tim, no problem. Thank you for letting me open for you. Goes out there, clean as a whistle. Tim Allen goes out and goes, what'd you think of Jim Labriola? Places. Hey, he's one fucking funny guy, ain't he?
That's great. That's really funny. Wow.
So, you know, just break everybody's balls. And,
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, like, I didn't, you know, I wouldn't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I've had people hire me and then they go, well, we want you to make fun of this. I'm like, no. You saw my act. That's what I'm doing. I can't, you know, I'm not the type of guy to come up with engineering acts.
I've never heard this. So they'll actually come to you and say, we want you to do like they'll give you a particular premise?
Yeah, but a bunch of electricians, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you know, and, you know, like, do electrician jokes. I'm like, I don't have fucking electrician jokes.
Oh, yeah,
You're
pull
gonna
right
kill. How about if I die? I'll shake on the pole and, you know.
Be like Uncle Fester, put a light bulb in my mouth.
Right.
What the fuck?
You know, so,
Wow.
you know, I mean, I just never really, I don't, but again, I have a day job, so I don't really have to worry about that.
Right,
Like, you know, like I've said probably here before, I went upstate one time and bombed horrifically. And the guy that went up after me was a very hacky joker, you know, like, Polish people are this and da-da-da-da, and the place, they fucking loved it. And I get home and the agent's like, what the fuck happened up there? And I'm like, I didn't think I did that bad. You don't have to, you know, he goes, yeah, but they don't want you back. And I'm like, what makes you think I fucking want to go back? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you talking about? They don't want me back.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm going to go back up there. Oh, please have me back.
Right.
I'm sorry I didn't, you know, I didn't do, you know.
Yeah,
Italian,
tractor.
You know, hair under the wings of an Italian Airlines.
Right.
I'm sorry I didn't do that joke.
Please let me go back for some more hate. Please.
You know?
Wow. Yeah, but it's interesting.
But I mean, like, I don't think I did that bad. I just think the guy who was running it didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what the order. It's normally, you know, it's like a, you know, cruise director or something. You know?
Right.
They know it all.
I had a guy in here just the other day who's Kurt Stonewaller. I forget his name. I feel bad, but he was in there on Thursday. He's in L.A. He's a former New Yorker, but he's living out there. And that was part of our conversation, how you have to know where you are because you might have to change certain things based on where you are. Like you know, we were saying here is one of the best because they come here, they want to hear comedy and there's no politically correct here. Thank goodness.
No, I mean, you know, they could be that. You know, they could be like, oh, you shouldn't say that and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, like you can kind of rebound from that or just say fuck it and. It's not like the club's going to go, we'll never having you back here again. you
Right.
know?
Well, and that's exactly what we
Yeah.
talked about. We were saying how here, like when Louis had the autism joke and somebody recorded it here, and it made it to Newsday, and then Newsday contacted these guys, and that's a comedian. That's what he does. Like they didn't. We're so sorry. No,
Yeah,
they
no,
totally
they-
backed
yeah,
Louis, which is
sure.
the way it should be, and it was the total right move.
Yeah.
But then we were saying compared to he was saying in L.A. you have to be more politically correct.
Right,
you,
right.
You have to be
Yeah.
more safe, and then even in the city here,
Yeah, no, the city's changed a lot too.
right,
yeah,
because it's mostly tourists.
Right, yeah, it's not. It's
So you
not,
don't know who you're
yeah,
offending.
Yep.
Where here, these are people that just walking in, make me laugh, motherfucker, and
Yeah.
they're just sitting back ready to go.
No, I mean that's a lot of people say that to the guys in the city. If you want to know if it's going to work on the road, go to Long Island.
Oh, okay.
You know, go to Long Island. You'll see if the joke.
Right.
If you got them, it's going to work on the road. Pretty
Oh,
much.
really, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's good to know, because a lot of city comics think they're...
Well, whatever.
that
I
air.
don't know if they do. They're the ones that don't come out here.
Right,
know?
yeah. But but that's what this guy was saying, that, you got to know where you are, and, so you're not...
Well, it might not be that you'll know, but you'll know if it's funny. If you come to Long Island, you're going to know if the joke is funny or not.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
You know?
Wow. And you're not you're not working your way to the big room tonight?
No, not as of now. They have like 8 people on that show. or
Yeah, it's
seven-
something like
seven
that,
people
yeah.
on that show, so
Yeah.
you know.
Wow.
I don't want to make it longer for them and cut other people's time, and you know what I mean. Unless
that's very
Louderback
nice.
was on it, then I'd take his time.
You can go up do 5 minutes before he even gets up there. Yeah.
right.
While you're waiting for
yeah.
him.
Hysterical. So
And I know what that's like, so I can say that.
yes, right. It's, right. The yeah, no, it's you gotta like the woke and all that other crap is really I mean I've never really been that bad.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's you have people in my family be like, "Ooh, you sure you should do that one?" It's like, yeah, I'm sorry if it offends you. I apologize, but
Right.
that's not my purpose of it. The purpose of it is the joke.
I never understood the whole being offended. Again, going back to Louis, and I've talked about it here before. I mean, I have an autistic daughter. I actually went to McGuire's that at that time when he was trying that joke out. I mean, fine. I sat there. I mean, I'm laughing my balls off all night.
Right.
He said the one joke. I'm like, all right. I
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. It's not my taste.
Exactly.
But
that's with anybody.
Yeah.
That nobody ever says. Nobody's ever going to bat 1,000.
Right.
But I didn't take offense. 2 seconds later, I'm laughing at the next thing he said, and I totally forgot about it. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
Like-
No, it's. I mean, and there's nothing to. You have to work it out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like if nobody laughed at the joke, which I don't know if he got laughter or not, but I mean, if nobody's gonna, he's got to say, "Oh, something's not working.
Right.
Oh, it's too hard. It's too that."
Sure.
So like that's.
But if they, but and I guess
it's-
that's my point.
you know,
If they're
that's-
laughing,
yeah, then it's
so
funny.
what?
Yeah.
Right. And
You know what I mean?
for two people, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
For few people to
doing?
get offended, like, what does that even mean? Like, so you didn't like it, so what?
Yeah, I mean
So
that's
what?
well. That's,
Get
that's
over
the-
it.
You want to get over it, but that's the whole thing. Is like you don't know what's funny. I mean you kind of hope it's funny what you wrote,
Right.
but you're not
Right.
going to know. The audience is the one that are going to tell you whether it's fucking funny or not.
Right.
You know what
Exactly.
I mean? No
Agreed.
matter how much it makes you laugh, if you ain't making them laugh, it ain't working.
But
You
but
know?
this whole thing with being offended, I mean, even though it got a laugh, you still get the handful of assholes that called Newsday or
yeah, and they
and
were-
make a stink
yeah,
out of it.
yeah.
When it
No, I
just,
think Newsday was there.
Oh, is it? Well, yeah, but
yeah.
somebody snuck in the phone and it recorded it.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
crazy too. I mean,
Right.
because they don't play the whole joke
Right.
either. They only go to the offensive
Exactly.
part.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I think that happened again with Louis with something else.
Oh, did it?
And yeah, my family's up. I can't believe he was making fun of those kids, and I'm like, you didn't hear the whole fucking joke.
That's right. That's the truth. And
Oh,
it's because
it
he
doesn't
wasn't.
matter. It doesn't matter. What he
Yes,
said
yeah.
was wrong, and I'm like, no, fucking don't tell me that.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
How are you, pal?
Great.
Good
I
to
am
see
so
you.
happy that will never happen in my life tournament or at my level.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the whole thing about getting canceled or people recording me about anything, you know.
Oh, you don't know that.
Well, I mean, like, the only thing we got is me in a dress, but that's totally something different.
September 17th, by the way.
17th, yes, to September 17th, here at Brokerage.
How many people did you tell that it's the 16th?
It doesn't matter. We don't have to mention that.
Hilarious.
You know, I mean, just because I get my dates wrong
Is
doesn't
this
mean...
a murder mystery? Or
Yes.
Is it, okay.
I believe it's the same show that you
Okay.
stopped in on that
Yes.
night. I believe it's the same show where Jeff will be in a dress playing my daughter.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
and
wouldn't
he's
have
great
it any
at
other
it.
way.
Well, happy belated birthday. I haven't seen you since your birthday. Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday,
I
Jeffrey.
did.
Thank
I
you very
did
much.
stop in that night looking for you, but you weren't here yet. I was here a little early,
Okay.
and I had something to do, so I couldn't stick around. But I
Oh, no
was hoping
problem.
to see you.
I'm
But,
sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I wanted to see you.
I learned one lesson: never produce a show and then be on it at the same time, especially when you have like
Hilarious.
the nerves that I had was trying to wrangle the comics, make sure everything ran smoothly, and then it's like, you know, and then you top it off with like, oh, wait a minute, then I got to do a few minutes myself. I was like, no, just don't do that. Just don't.
It was too much.
Just put together a show and walk away and smile.
Yeah. The best one was Billy Burr was doing the what the hell is that comics joke? Not his joke, but they was doing a show for him. Patrice
Yeah.
O'Neill
Oh, sure.
benefit,
Okay.
and Billy Burr was like, working with comics is the fucking worst thing in the world, because he's like, you know, we need headshots. I'm like, what the fuck you need my headshot for? Just send me the fucking headshot. You know, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then you know, a couple of days before, I can't make it. What do you mean you fucking can't make it? I got you all. You know, like,
Right.
Yeah, because they're the worst people to work with. They'll never do it again.
Or you have
Hysterical.
photos with the name spelled wrong.
Yes.
Hey, listen, it happened. Listen, there was
That happened to you?
Okay, I put this kid on my show. He's rarely on anything. I felt bad. I put him on the show. And then he has this long Italian, whatever the hell, Spiccioni, Pacchi, whatever the hell last name is. I was like, and the thing is, he never even promoted the show to begin with, whether he had the flyer or not. So I was like, well, it doesn't matter.
But
because, you know.
I'm not even talking about him.
Well,
You
the September 16th?
No,
What?
you
17th.
You had a particular comedian on your show by the name of Carrie Carabas,
that
and her
one too.
name was spelled wrong.
Listen, that happens too. You know, shit happens. You know, I mean,
See, that stuff doesn't bother me
you know,
at all. Like,
I got most of the
'cause
vowels in.
I fuck everybody's name up. So like people are like, what did you do? And then, you know, like, what's your intro? I'm like, I really don't. Whatever you say is fine with me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I said it's Tim Gage, right? I'm like, whatever the fuck you say, I don't care. I'm going on stage. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they're not gonna remember me. You know what I mean? Like,
Really?
you know,
Yeah.
just say whatever the hell you want. And I'll
Do you
just-
get a lot of people say Tim Cage or something? Do you
Yeah,
get a
I
lot
mean,
of that?
Pat Cooper was the best. Let's hear it for Jimmy Gage. What a great talent.
Oh my goodness.
Was my favorite.
Wow.
And now he's dead.
Yes. No, I love Pat Cooper. He was
Oh,
great.
yeah, he
What a
was
great
great.
guy behind stage.
Oh, yeah?
Talking to him. Oh, yeah, he was just great. Wow. Great.
Like I said, it was definitely a great time this for my birthday. Like I said, I got here, I had my drinks, everyone had a good time. It was 80% filled for what was it, the patio that I
Yes, the
you know.
patio, yeah.
So that was nice. The weather, it was shit in the morning. I was freaking out about that too
Yes.
because it was rain and poured.
Yeah.
But then the skies opened up. It was sun. The temperature was just right,
Yes.
and
What was that, last week?
yeah, last
Yeah, okay,
Saturday.
yeah.
So, and
Okay,
about
so
80% of the comedians did what they had to do. I made sure that, like, you know, I had
What
like.
are the other 20%?
Yeah,
do?
I was about to ask the same
Well, we
thing.
don't want to talk about that. I mean, okay, obviously, Carrie did what she normally does. She
Right,
did great.
right.
We had Carla, we had Keegan.
Right.
They did great. We had, what was it? Fat Jay did a guest spot because it was his birthday not too long
Okay.
ago. And I had to have Keegan with me because his birthday was the next day. So it was a whole bunch of, like, people, like, triple dipping into their fucking, like, you know, coming out of their mother vagina days.
Right.
Who else? We had a Mandy Jones. She did actually decent. Who else? Luke Piccione. You know, I mean, like, you know, he goes up with the guitar. Should have left it at home.
Well, that's...
You know. Then we had another. This is the only thing that pissed me off about one particular person. We're not going to say his name. But
Good.
he came to
Me.
a show. Not you. You're a professional. He came to my show with shorts and flip-flops.
Wow.
That's a new look.
I was like, why are you
My
mad at me?
character.
I was like, well, thank God you just left the Kiss concert at Jones Beach.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, to go perform in front of people. Way to keep it classy. So that kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But then, listen, everyone, we all had a great time. We all had cake afterwards, and that's all that mattered.
Yep.
And now I'm this age,
Working for the you're waiting for the 17th.
and now I'm waiting for the 16th and the 17th. You know, 16th is going to be my big day to build up for the 17th.
Well, and now it's interesting you mentioned that because we did one of these a few weeks ago. There was a comedian in the giggle room, Anthony. I forget his name now. It was the night that Orlando Jones was headlining in the main room.
Okay.
I want to say Anthony Vines, and I don't know if that's right, but he's out of the city. It was the first time we met him. He came in here, did the whole show with us because we just hit it off with this kid. But same thing, he was wearing shorts. He looked like he just came from the beach, but he went up there and killed.
Right.
Now I would never go up there like that, and I see your point, but whoever this was, did they at least have a good set? Did it all go well, or do you feel that it affected things?
Well, no, it didn't go well for that person at all. I mean,
Wow.
the person just really new. They just got into this. You know, they graduated out of one of the comedy classes and everything.
Okay.
And it's like you try to give. I always listen. I know when I started, people gave me a shot and everything. So I figured, like, let me go ahead. You try to pass it on a little bit to the newer ones.
Yes.
Like, here, go ahead. Here, because you're not booked on a show. Here, come onto my show. Here you go.
Well, what made you pick that person of all the people? Like we just had to laugh.
Volume. Volume of people he could bring.
Yep.
I really wish that was the case, and I was aiming for that. I really was aiming for that, but that didn't happen either.
Yes.
So
Oh,
he
there you
let me
go.
down on so many
yes.
levels. No, it was like I said, like it was the greasy wheel gets the
Yes,
oil.
good, yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
The person came to me, he's like, "Listen, if you're doing ever a show, can I please be on it? Because no one's booking me." I was like, "Okay,
Right.
fine."
Yeah, no. When I was starting out, I used to wear like a Brooklyn Dodgers jersey and stuff like that or whatever. And somebody had said you should dress nicer, and I did. I started dressing nicer and got, whatever. But I mean,
Yeah.
I saw somebody with a blazer tonight, and I'm like, that's a nice blazer. I said I used to wear blazers all the time on stage,
Right.
But I can't fit into them anymore.
Well, I know
I'm not buying new ones yet. I'm going
Right.
to try to lose that weight.
Well, I know Rob White, who came in second
Yes.
to laugh off. We
He
were
was
teasing
good
him all
for-
night. He was dressed like he was one of the
good for-
bouncers
yes.
here,
Exactly.
Yeah.
When
But
you're
it-
dressed to kill, yeah.
Right.
It
And
works.
And I do. I mean, I've never heard them say that here, but I personally believe that they like a better presentation, as far as
Oh,
looks.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Like I always bring my nice sneakers and stuff like that when I'm opening up for people. I try to dress, nicer and
Yeah.
stuff, and you want to put that presence.
Sure. Right.
They definitely, I believe that in this club, they definitely.
But if it was Carrie, I'd
appreciate-
probably be wearing sandals and shorts.
I mean, like it's like, you're opening for Carrie. No, hold on, I have some torn jeans laying
I
around.
just mowed my lawn, folks. I'm opening the line. I just mowed my lawn and
Just did an oil change.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
But they definitely do like they. I've actually had words said to me like because I tried to like not right now. Now I look like a.
It's almost like a Charlie Brown
It is
Brown
like a
vibe
Charlie
going
Brown
on.
thing
almost,
going on.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like one of my old shirts when I was fat. I haven't gone shopping yet,
Ah.
so I'm running. I have to find money for new clothing because I lost so much weight. But like I have been probably like, thank you for dressing. Nice. Like I had to like the blazer and everything, and they did. I did get a compliment on that. It is kind of a respect to the art. It's a respect to the club that you're working at.
Yeah.
And I feel like I said, unless you're killing it out there, you better have something else you're bringing out to that stage.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So, but that's just my views. Not that they matter, because I dress up like a girl on the weekends.
There you go.
Well, let's get to the dirt. What is going on with the Long Island comedy scene?
What about it?
What happened? Why did you take it back? And why did
Oh, okay. So,
because you were running it
yes.
when you
I'm still running it. I
Right.
was always running it.
you were always running. So
Always
you never
running.
gave Patrick Dunn full control.
I gave, okay, so what happened was when I stepped away because I found there's a lot of bullshit at the lower level. That goes back.
No.
Well, like just so I fill you in. There's a lot of bullshit that goes on, and that's why I took a step back. I was happy to do murder mysteries. That fulfilled my entertainment purposes to make sure. 'Cause I always
Get on
love.
stage,
I
go out.
always
Yeah.
I always love entertaining. I love making people feel great. So I took a step back from,
Comedy?
the comedy stage as far as doing that portion, and I let a gentleman go ahead and then run the page at everything that was going on. It's a decent page. Everyone goes to it. They look to it to see what shows are going on, who's performing where, what's going on in Long Island as far as for the comedy scene, what level you're at. So I gave it to Pat Dunn. He was running it, but I stood on the sidelines making sure everything was still running smooth. So what had happened was I've always found that page, and I kept that page to be neutral. Like if you have a problem with someone, that's your problem.
Right.
I have a couple of people that I don't care for, but they post their flyers and whatever it is on that page, and that's what it's for. All bullshit aside, that page stays neutral. It's to be informative. It's to be used as a tool. It's supposed to help you promote whatever you do, a podcast, whether you have your flyer for your comedy show, whether you're trying to look for people or see where they're at. Maybe you want to go hang out. Maybe you want to go check out somebody else's stuff.
You just don't want them to write
I-
Jordan
I-
Lauterbach's a scumbag.
Exactly.
There was a lot of that going on. It was all day taking
it
those
was
down.
really weird, And then the
Really?
things
Was
they
that really going on? That stuff? Oh, okay.
said-
As
Speaking of
he's
devil.
walking by.
But yeah, some bullshit I was watching starting to get created on the page. Some people were starting to post things, and what had happened was I took down a post because it was it had nothing to do with anything, and I saw it was about bullshit. What had happened was Pat put it back on. He's like he didn't text me why did you take it down, this and that. If I take something down, there is a reason. There's not it's not malice.
Right,
it's not for my
right.
own. So he put it back up. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, this is where you go. If you undermine me on something I'm trying to keep as, there's nothing pure in entertainment whatsoever.
Right.
So it's like, if you're going to go ahead and you're going to destroy the sanctity of this page, and I can't have you, at this point, continue on. So I took it down.
Wow.
And I had to take away his candy and his
Authority.
privileges.
Wow. Was this his first offense?
What?
Was this his first offense?
Second on my knowing.
Okay. All right.
So you get one chance with me. Second
I
is
hear
you got it. I'm sorry, you're done.
Wow.
Why? Because I'm an adult. You only get two chances.
Now, is he mad at you?
No, he's not.
No, everything's
absolutely
cool?
not. Everything's fine. He completely understood, and we have talked, and especially after recent occurrences. I just saw him a few hours ago, hugged, said hello, and we have the respect for each other. And he's like I said, this post that he puts on his page. He's like, listen, I'm busting your balls.
Right.
I know what you did. I know how you run your stuff, and you're completely respected by doing what you did. And that's all I can ask for, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
And then, so all right, so you just mentioned, so you went there this afternoon?
Yes, but we're not going to talk about that's.
Oh, you don't want to talk about that?
That's
Okay.
old news.
All right.
That's done.
That's fine.
And in a few hours, it'll be a buried issue.
Interesting.
Moving
Yeah.
on. So, listen, it was sad. Enough people talked about the person this week. Let's talk about the fact that we're here tonight.
Okay, all right.
It's Labor Day weekend.
I just didn't know if you felt the need to say something.
I'll
That's all.
talk. Listen, I'll
All
talk
right.
about my masturbation I did
Whoa.
about.
I'm going to have to leave.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about the funeral.
Good. So no, I mean, listen, we got a great 3-day weekend coming up. It's going to be great. Everyone's going to have what's left of the summer, their barbecues, get ready to start closing their pools because last night it got down to 55.
This week they're saying 80s and 90s is coming.
80s and 90s again.
Yep, just in time to go back to school, sit in a hot classroom. Yep.
Talk about the
Hated
old school thing that you can't say anymore. Indian giver with the summer.
Indian giver.
Yeah, Indian. You never heard the terminology?
No, I thought you said India.
No, Day. I'm not telling you about India. We are not here to be talking about that right now. I know you're talking about Mr. Tony Walker. No, Indian giver.
Right,
That whole thing. Yeah, but anyways, so it's supposed to be 80s, 90s again?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Whatever.
Now I'm going to have to keep the pool open for one more week.
Yes.
So, and clean it for one more week. And try to drown my children in it for one more week.
There you go.
Because they don't need to have anything that I have to offer, like my paycheck. Anywho, so what are you doing? this weekend?
It was just Tim's going.
I'm going to the Met game. He's going to the Ducks game.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay, fair enough.
So it's a baseball weekend. yeah.
Baseball weekend.
As it
Nice.
should be. Every weekend's
Yes.
a baseball weekend.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
even though well, I think the Ducks actually. I think they've made the
Made
postseason.
playoffs? Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, with the Mets, it doesn't really.
Yeah,
matter.
Jordan Lauterbach used to write about them in Newsday and stuff like that. He was,
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I knew that, but I totally forgot.
Big
about
editor
that.
now. So he doesn't have
Oh,
to
is
do
that right? He's
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
up.
Yeah, he moved up.
We're still at Newsday? Or?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, so.
Does he hook guys up with tickets or anything?
For what? No, can't do that.
Why not?
It's a news thing. You got to have integrity.
Oh, so it's not just the sports section?
No. He's got to read all the stuff. He's
Well, you're right. But when you said
Yeah.
editor, for some
Yeah,
reason
it
I
was
was
not
thinking
sports.
just
No,
it's
no.
the whole paper.
Yeah, I think so. Part of it, certain sections. I
Really?
don't know. That they probably pawn it off. Read this. Make sure it's right.
Wow. I don't know what it's like to be a smart guy. So I'm just
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
wow. Oh, that's very interesting.
I'm sorry, you lost me at the word smart.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
So,
know. Yeah.
but who else has been in here? I mean, like I got here late
Roach
because
Roach came in just
Oh,
to
nice.
say he wanted to do a podcast on a Tuesday night and left.
He tells me that every time I see him. I'm like, all right, Roach, let's do it. And then he disappears. Joe DeVito stepped in and then stepped
said
right
hello.
back out.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what his deal is. I was hoping he'd come and sit down because he hasn't done this show in years.
Right.
Even though I've begged him at times. I don't know if
I mean, he's not
it's-
really a big guy. I could pretty much, if you wanted, I could like
grab him and force him in here.
you
Yeah,
know what I
that'll
mean?
go over well.
No, he's a tank. He really is a tank.
Yeah, that's true. and yeah, from what I've heard you don't want to mess with him.
No,
Wait,
That's
wait,
all
wait,
right.
wait, 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 are we talking about like his shoulders or his manhood?
No, it's everything.
All the
everything.
above,
Yeah.
yes.
That's my kind of guy.
Yeah, but I don't know what the story is there. You know, Gunfeld and all that other stuff. So maybe he doesn't.
Oh, that could be
you
a
know,
contractual thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. We started the show with Jay and Tom McGuire.
Okay.
And they left
Tim
soon
and I.
as-
Yeah,
soon
we.
I forgot what the hell.
I don't know
started that
what
one.
happened. Well, I started to mention.
Jay had to leave, and Tom just got up and
Tom.
left.
I didn't even see Tom get up. He was just all of a sudden gone. I mentioned Cincinnati, and
Yes,
they-
that's what it was. Cincinnati. And
I
he drove
guess,
both
you
of them
know,
out of here.
Jay's got the
Is it-
sickness. If he's not talking about himself, then
Hilarious.
I mean, that Tom McGuire, he is one beautiful young man. I mean, if I were to like switch teams, I would definitely aim towards that guy. I'm just saying. You know.
good to know.
You know.
Yes.
Hey, listen. I mean, like, we're gonna be all honest here on the Screen Room podcast. You know, I mean, like, let's you know, I mean, you ask about, you know, birthdays and how it was. It's like, let's go all out. Let's screw around, Tony.
All
You
right.
know.
Well, I'm just glad you're over there.
Yeah, well,
There you go.
You know, I get a little too close to Tim right about
I
now.
know.
You know, but you know.
I'm actually looking forward to. I'm hoping Michelle Fox comes in here because Michelle, she's been hosting here for seems like forever now.
Well,
She's
when
been
is she
hosting.
going to go and find out when she's going
No,
up?
I saw her. She said she'll make her way in at some point because she's not hosting. They're doing it differently in
Yeah,
there.
the tag teaming. From what
Right.
I heard. Yeah.
So it gives Michelle again because whenever we're in here, if she's here, she's hosting.
Yeah.
So a host is too busy to come in here. She really hasn't been in here. So I was looking forward to talking to her for.
Let's
Yeah,
see
no,
what
but
let's see what she's
been working
doing.
hard on some stuff. You know,
Yeah, I know she's been
you know,
easy.
she's been getting work and writing stuff.
She's been
and,
going
yeah,
to the
yeah.
city a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
and she was working with Loftus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard. I've heard good things about
My
that.
good, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I feel bad saying that I haven't seen that show, but I've heard great things
Yeah.
about it. And Loftus, of course, we know is.
Mike, yes, he's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still got those 3 people, or what are we down to?
Yeah, we still got him. Olga just walked by. Is she headlining? Probably.
She'll probably go up last year.
Yeah, and even now her too. She's touring with Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. It's
Well, I mean, you never know where it's going to go. Like, you know, like
Right.
you're saying, like I didn't know. I mean, I worked with Kevin James. I've worked with Louis C.K., Richard Lewis, Colin.
Yeah.
I'm with, you know.
right.
You know, I can go David Tell. You know, Richard Jenny back in the day, and
Right.
I mean, I worked with a lot of Ray Romano. I mean, you know,
So
just
even
never know.
at those times, you never thought, wow, I'm on my way here.
Not really. You know what I
Really?
mean? I just was like, you know, this is fun. This
Yeah.
is fun, and you know, I got the respect from the people. They like me, so I mean, it's not like, you know, I don't have to prove myself to, like,
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't have to be, you know, Mr. Star and on the. I think I like it better that I'm not known.
Really?
Yeah. It's different.
Are they all going to die? Where's
I
everybody
don't know
going?
where they're going.
Everybody's just
Yeah,
like, there's a whole line of people just walking. Oh, Alex Bradley. What are
Yes.
you doing? Oh, all right.
Everybody's going this way? Is that what you said?
I don't know. Is the show over in there? Maybe.
I don't know what just happened here. I mean,
No, the show. Yeah, it's about an hour and a half, but I don't think it's over yet. I mean, Truson went out that way. I don't know.
Truson's funny like that. As soon as the
Oh,
show's
he's
over,
over,
he's
he's
gone.
gone.
Yeah.
The Irish goodbye. He's
Oh, yeah.
notorious for it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Notorious.
I mean, now I can understand it because he's got that beautiful wife with him. But
Yes,
But before
exactly.
that, I don't, man, he must have fooled her, huh?
Oh God, big time.
What do you
But
think?
that's
How do you think he did that?
I don't know.
Told her he owns this place or something.
Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, you don't know what's going to happen. And I'm very happy with what. I mean, Norm Macdonald. I mean, the fucking.
That's crazy, man.
I'm
That's
saying
fantastic.
It's great. You can't ask for anything more.
Yeah.
So.
But I wouldn't. But I would think I'm on my way though if I'm.
Well,
working
yeah,
with
but I mean,
such-
emotionally, I don't think I was kind of ready for that. You know what I mean? So I mean, like I was still going through my anxiety attacks and all that other shit. So like, I
going
don't
through
think
that,
I
but
should-
still enjoying it though,
Oh
right?
yeah. I mean, hating just before going up and dry heaving and stuff is
Oh,
not
no
fun.
kidding, yeah.
But I mean, like I had to take a look at myself. What the fuck is my problem?
Yeah.
So
But it was that bad though. Huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's very I was able to work it out and
Right.
work it through it, but
Any of these guys helpful when it came to that, or did they see any of that? Were they?
Oh yeah, no. A lot
Yeah.
of guys knew exactly what I was going through. I mean, I was with Colin at Westbury. I mean, at West Hampton Beach, and some family was there, and I was like panicking. I was like, oh Jesus, I don't want to. I wish they weren't here, and But I mean, I'm like, okay, you've been through this before. It'll be all right. Da 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 da. And I'm like, Colin, I can't get my head out of my ass. So he's like, he just going through his notes and everything. So I did, I got to do 20 minutes, and then he goes. So I go, Colin, I'm going nuts here. Do you have any words of advice? He goes, yeah, I got to do an hour and 10. So that brought me right back to the moment.
Right.
Like, all right, I just have to go out there and do 20 minutes. At least I don't have to do an hour and 10.
See, but I'm surprised to hear this because
I mean,
you can do an hour 10. So I would think
Yeah, no,
when
no,
you
no.
hear you got to do 20 minutes, I would think you'd be like, all right, I got that, no
yeah,
problem.
But I mean, my family was there and stuff like that. It was just,
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Plus, there were other people there, and it's just, it was uncomfortable. I mean, the show went great. It was fun. I really, when it was over, I was glad it was over. But I
Yeah.
mean, I had a really good time. But yeah, I don't like having that.
What do you think it is about having family out there? Because a lot of
I
people
don't
go
know.
through that.
Yeah. I mean,
And I recently
I don't
watched.
know what it is. It's like, like people like, well, I'm working, and the thing is that they can be judgmental. You know what I mean? Like,
See, I would think it's the other way. They'd be more supportive because it's their
well, I mean,
family
that's
up
what
there.
makes me sick. Because some kids, some people's families are very supportive of their comedy, and oh yes, go hit that dream and
Right.
and all that shit. But I didn't really, have emotionally. I failed in everything, so it was like, we'll see what happens with this.
Because I
you know?
watched Megan.
I mean, I
Hanley.
didn't tell anybody until like 3 years that I was doing it.
Yes, I
You know
remember
what
you
mean?
telling me
You know,
that.
I
Yeah,
didn't wanna,
which is amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing to me too.
you
Because I
know.
watched Megan Hanley. She put out a special earlier this year, and her mother. I mean, she had tons of family right in the front, and the whole time she's referring to them, and you can see they're laughing. She's laughing with them. I'm like, wow, she must be really close to her family.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and like I had a sister of mine. She came to my show in Jersey, and she was a fucking wreck. She came in the green room and everything, and I'm like, Kel, I'm the one performing.
Right.
So fucking relax.
Get out. You're not
get out.
helping
No,
me.
You're not helping me at all.
Oh, you thought I was telling you to get out?
Yeah, well, that's normal. Okay, I apologize. I feel like I interrupt him every time I walk
That's
in
all right.
here. So I'm so happy that you still like me.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't. I don't remember hearing him say that though. Actually.
Go ahead.
In a nice way. So Michelle's going up next.
Oh, okay.
So I told her as soon as she gets done showing off her beautiful 4-year-old breast, to come in here and talk to you guys. Fat Jay disappeared.
We saw him walk by a minute ago, but
Okay.
did he already go up?
Yes.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he did.
How
He
much
did.
time are they doing?
It's very.
How long? Much longer are you going to be on?
Yeah. At this point, I mean, it has been.
And-
It's been an hour 15 already.
And then Keegan hasn't gone up yet, and so I don't know.
It's
I
weird
think-
when wherever we're here on the weekends, Keegan he always says he'll come in and he never does. I don't know what that's about.
I don't know.
But
I talked to him
Attitude
before.
problem, I think.
yeah,
I told him before. He said he's
Touch it.
tired, and I don't know. From what I don't know, but he wasn't tired enough to give me a nice wet kiss.
I always like that with Otto and George. They had a thing, the crappies.
Yeah.
And in the movie, the phone is ringing in the house, and Otto's asleep, and George gets out of his bag going, "Don't you hear the phone, you asshole?" Right? And Otto is walking to answer the phone, and he's scratching his head. He's tired, and the dummy's behind him going, "I'm so tired. I worked the whole hour this week." It's got to be the best line in fucking comedy I ever heard.
right. It is. It's true. It's true. But a lot of people don't understand all the preparation that goes behind it. There's so much. I mean, we're sitting here talking about how
Yeah.
much writing and how much you're working on it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm not. My stuff doesn't come to me. I can't sit there and think of funny things.
Right.
I have to experience it.
Right.
Some people can and all that. Is that other show still on down the?
It
hall?
seems like they're wrapping.
Yeah, that's
up,
what I'm wondering. Yeah.
Because the way you hear the
I gotta
applause.
I gotta go
it's-
see Truson.
Yeah.
so-
All right. I'm
All
gonna
right.
I'm
Is
gonna
that
play
what's going on in there?
a quick commercial. We'll be right back.
Oh,
Right. Squeezing in.
Cool. Hi, everybody. We're back. All right. Truth be told, I had to play a video because I had to pee. I had to pee in the worst
It's
way.
amazing because I got to hold it for the first time while you let out that stream. Oh, my God.
It was weird to watch as a first timer.
That's your initiation around here.
New comedy business.
All right. So we're hanging out with Mr. McDevitt. Sorry, I don't know your first name.
Steve, please.
Steve McDevitt. a Hicksville guy or no?
Grew up in Hicksville, Bethpage, Farmingdale,
Bethpage.
Levittown,
He said Bethpage. That's where you are.
Meadow. Grew up all over the spot.
Hicksville graduate or no?
Bethpage graduate.
Oh, Bethpage graduate. All right.
Bethpage
See, you
graduate.
feel better now?
No, because I grew up in Queens, and I'm Martin Van Buren High School from
But
Queens.
you live in
graduate.
Bethpage now. Your kids go to Bethpage schools,
yeah,
right?
I know. Yeah,
so there
good,
you go.
Yeah, good for them. They live in the white trash stream. Good. Yes.
You might be living in my parents' house. Who knows?
Possibly. I mean, like, it's weird that I keep on finding photos of them everywhere,
So we
especially the nude ones.
now we originally thought that the Giga Room show was over because we heard some loud applause, but
Yeah.
it turns out
Yes.
it was for this gentleman.
Yes,
right
it
here.
was.
So did you say Steve, Steven? What do you prefer?
You know what? You could call me Steve, Steven, Steve McD, whatever, man.
Stevie D. All right.
I go Steve McD is fine. That
Steve
works
Steve
for me.
McD. Wow.
I went.
McD, MC, capital D.
McD.
Big Irish,
McD.
big Irish.
It's kind of like the McDonald's for
Yeah.
your D.
Yeah, you'd really feel like more of the D would be little for an Irish man, but hey, what are you going to do?
Hey, I'm Irish too. No, it's quite large.
You keep telling yourself that.
We always got to tell jokes somewhere.
That's it. Now you had, so like I said, a lot of applause was actually for you. So it sounds like you had a good set in there.
I felt good. I wrote good.
Yeah?
I thought I wrote a good joke. I felt
Okay.
good. You know what? To be fair, it's a lot of supportive
That's
people
all right.
in my life. So
Yep.
the best thing that I could say is, have your family come support you. And
Well, and
have your Aunt Lynn
Or-
scream bloody murder and laugh. Because
well, maybe that's the club doesn't know, right? That guy.
Yeah.
They were screaming for that guy.
listen, that's the dream. It's got to start somewhere.
And Aunt Bridget is out there.
Yes. my aunt.
Aunt Bridget, I graduated high school with Aunt Bridget. I don't think I've seen her since high school, so it was actually kind of cool to see her.
Yeah.
So now she's your aunt. How is
She's my mother's sister.
your? Okay. Oh, all right. I don't think I
So
know.
we,
I
they
knew
all
her.
went to. They all grew up in Hicksville,
Right.
Same as you. They, Irish twins, 6 of them. So it's.
Oh, is there
boom,
6 of
boom,
them?
Boom, boom.
I did not know that. I remember her brother, who's out there too.
Which Brian or Pat? One of them.
Patrick's the one that's here, right? That's Pat?
Brian's.
Oh, that's Brian. Okay, yeah, I remember
Pat
him.
is older. Yeah,
Right. he was a popular dude. He was a big
he'll
athlete.
tell you. I call him Uncle Rico for a reason. Because if you ever saw Napoleon Dynamite, first time I saw that movie, I was like, "That's my Uncle Pat." Man. Like, this is weird. Apparently throws footballs over mountains
Yeah.
and. Man.
Yeah, when I went up to him, I recognized him when they all first got here, and I said, "You're a Hicksville guy." He goes, "Yeah, Pat McDevitt." And I said, "I remember you. I know who you are." And I even said, "I went to school with your sister Bridget." And he goes, "Yeah, she's right there." Holy shit!
Yeah. She lives in Bethpage. I don't know if we should give away.
It's like it's
It's not
kind
her
of
last
like,
name anymore, but we should.
Yeah,
give away.
true.
Let's
kind of
not
like a
give away
small
too
world.
much
It's kind of like the
information.
whole thing of like where Hicksville and Bethpage ties together, and it's like it's amazing.
It's amazing because one town over.
It's like, oh my God, really? You're like, Hempstead Turnpike. All you gotta do is cross it, and you're there.
You don't even have to. You just have to go behind the Lowe's and you cross the town border.
Yeah,
Well, I crossed Lowe's, but that's for another reason.
you'll get used to him if you're hanging around. So what is the story? How did all this come about for you?
You know what? To be honest,
No, don't be honest. Lie to me.
that's what I was doing out there. The way you do it is, I went to broadcasting school. I always wanted to be on the radio, to be honest with you. And I took a job because as soon as you graduate broadcasting school, you got to pay your bills.
Yeah,
and
sure.
your bills come up, and if you don't if you're taking an internship at
until you can
yeah.
until you can find a way of paying him with loves and hugs,
right,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
we're not doing, and I don't like that either. I don't like to be touched. So
or blowies. That's how I do it.
Well, yeah, blowies. So we do that, and then I'm like, so I've been at this accounting job for 16 years, and I'm turning 40 next month, and I was like, look, if I don't do this, I'm never doing it. And I decided as soon as I saw this thing pop up, and it popped them up randomly when I was coming home on a road trip, and I was like, I'm doing this. And then I didn't know it would turn into my mom coming in from Jacksonville.
Oh wow.
But she didn't really she came in for my grandfather's 80th birthday, which is tomorrow.
Oh,
it just
okay.
happened to coincide. So, sometimes the stars align. What are you going to do?
Well, happy
right.
80th birthday and congratulations on your debut.
Thank you very much.
right,
I
yeah.
really thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate
Absolutely.
all this, man.
And so you haven't taken any classes. You
Never,
just
no,
wrote
no,
jokes,
just-
and
just
this is
wrote-
your first time ever.
Wrote jokes, went on a stage.
Wow.
Got blinded by the lights.
And now you're feeling it, like
I
now
was-
that you've done it, the cherry's broken.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it again.
Nice.
I have different jokes. I actually wrote the ones I did specifically to cater to the audience because I knew my family was gonna be here, and I
Yeah.
figured they'd laugh. And if you get a laugh, that's really all it's about, right?
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know what it's about.
How much time did they give you?
7.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I went just over. So.
Oh, all right. Well,
I
be
know,
careful.
I know. I'm gonna get.
I-
John told me I got to meet him for a beatdown later. So
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
find
that
out.
happens. Yeah.
Every second over is just one more lashing.
We'll go get Matt. He'll protect your
Yeah,
ass.
that guy's too hairy.
That's right. That was. I was
What?
the open mic. That's what's going on in the little room.
Yeah, the giggle room.
I
It's open
completely
mic.
giggle room. Sorry, I completely forgot. Wow.
And it's Truson hosting it. Remember we were saying this morning we had
Well,
no
yeah,
idea who was running it.
I figured as much when I saw the gentleman in the hallway. That
Well,
was true.
right.
So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, John's
but
running
how many comics were other than?
There's a bunch
I
of
was
them.
I was 13th. I think there was 13 or 14 went out.
Marathon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's already over, so it was fast
Okay.
enough.
Oh, is it over? Look-
Yeah, that was the last guy. Went
Oh,
after
okay.
me, so
Oh, all
it
right.
went quick.
all right. Wow. Okay.
And that's what Gage was doing here. He was doing the open mic.
You know what? Now I feel like I should have gotten here earlier. Maybe I could have been number 14. No.
Well, you
it's
were
okay.
late, so you probably would have.
Yeah, well, listen, I love my listen. I'm a true Irish person. I love my alcohol ahead of doing jokes for people. Sorry,
Yeah, I had
alcoholism first.
I had 4 drinks in there, and like nobody else was drinking. I felt really uncomfortable, and I'm like, especially because it's my first time. So I'm like, am I doing this wrong? But like every documentary on every comedian I've ever seen is like, you're doing it. This is what you're supposed to do. It's like, what are these people doing? And it's like
They were doing coke.
new age. Just
Listen,
yeah.
you got to get at least 5 years in the business.
I was gonna say
You got to get at least like. Anyways,
They just love exercise. I'm like, I don't want to do that at all. That sounds horrible.
Love exercise.
So, thank you very much, guys, for having me.
Oh,
I
anytime,
really,
anytime.
I really appreciate
Especially
it.
if you're going to keep coming, yeah, make sure you stop in here. And,
I will.
we'll
I will.
hang.
So,
Absolutely.
hey, it's an honor.
Congratulations,
Thank you so
man.
much. I really appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
thank you for
having
being
me.
here.
Stephen McD. Very nice. Well done.
Pleasure meeting you. Look at all the hot tattoos on that man as he walks
All right,
out
don't
of here.
scare the guy.
I'm
It's his first
sorry.
night
It's
here.
kinda cool.
Here, but they're bigger.
Nice.
I want to check those out when I see you next. I do that to a lot of people, especially straight men that were straight. So, Tony, now it's just me and you, like how it
Wow.
always usually is.
What's
I'm so
that?
sorry. Now it's just me and you, like how it usually is. There he is. There they go. So, but hey,
Yeah, that was Stephen McDevitt. I heard good things about him.
I'm amazed. Like when certain people, they just start out just blindly doing comedy. They do really well, considering like no class, no open mics, no nothing. They just grab a mic, go up there, and then to last 7 minutes, because most people, they say like, oh, I could do comedy. Give me the mic, I can do it, and they're up there, and then after about 45 seconds to a minute, they have nothing, zero. It's like, all right, well, thank you for wasting a minute of our time for
Yep.
you to get there and prematurely get off. Thank you for your time. So that's great to know.
The like you said, if you don't take a class, if you don't prepare, because you don't know, you think you have enough,
Right.
and between nerves, you're talking so fast, you're rushing through it, and you're not getting the laughs. Yeah, the next thing you know, sometimes when you're locked in, the 7 minutes flies.
Yes.
But when you're struggling,
Yeah.
it feels like an hour.
It does. It does. I mean, there was. I'll give you an instance for for the show I did just recently Saturday. I know that I had any amount of time because it was my show. I could have done whatever, and I said to myself, "All right, do 10 minutes. Let's give you 10 minutes because like there's already 1,000 people on your show." So I was like, "Give yourself to do 10 minutes," and then what had happened was I was so stressed. Between trying to get the show going good, making sure, wrangling the comics like they're cats, doing whatever I could do. Everyone saw me running around like 1,000,000 miles an hour last Saturday. I get up there, I did about 7.5.
Okay.
But I can tell you what happened. Between my nerves and everything going on in my head, once I got off, I actually then remembered a whole amount of jokes that I forgot to say. I then remembered, like, I forgot this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. And it listen, did it piss me off? A little bit. Was it the biggest thing to to be missing out of the show? No, it wasn't. Everyone had a good time.
Right.
And like I said, Carrie headlined it. She knocked it out of the park. She
As
killed
always.
it. Everybody had a great time and laughed and then went home smiling. And that's all that mattered. That's all that the
Oh,
fact that they
absolutely, right.
left, that everyone left out of that good show on a good note. and that's all that mattered to me.
Yep.
And that's all I want to put on. I don't want to have like a million shows a year. If I do one a year, I'm happy. So, Mr. Roach.
Oh, he kept walking?
Yeah, he just kept on going.
Oh, I didn't know if he was stopping.
So, but you want to know? I always love coming back here. I love seeing you. I love seeing everyone else in here. It is like a family.
Yeah.
You know, just to bump into familiar faces. It's great to be here. It makes whatever the news that's been going on throughout the week with all everyone else that's been here. It makes it more worthwhile of being here at Governor's. It really is great.
The timing is kind of good with everything going on this past week to have like an all-star show here of
Right.
all of the familiar faces. So it's not like it's not tense because there's a national headliner. It's
Right.
just a bunch of the good ones just hanging out.
Yes.
And we're just having a lot of fun back here. So yeah, it's again perfect timing because we all kind of, and even to see Perillo.
Yeah.
You know, like he probably needs this night.
Yes, he does.
So it's
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
I'm
it's
just
good
really,
timing.
we're all debating if the fact that if he wind up getting in there early to take all the mass cards for the one gentleman. Well, we haven't found out yet, but we're going to look into that. Maybe he has a couple he can give to the people that didn't get. But that's neither here nor there. You know, I was actually on the whole ride here, meaning like earlier today, not here. I was like going in my head. I was like talking to myself, thinking about like doing some sort of like voice and doing something stupid. Then I went, hello, and there goes Michelle Fox again. And I was thinking about doing something stupid, and then I saw Tim Gage in here, and I was like, don't do anything stupid, you know, because I don't know what happened. I was like, I lost.
What do you mean doing something stupid?
I don't know, because you know how like I for your. Our murder mystery shows that we do.
Yeah.
You know, I have to. I change my voice a little bit. You know, not by much because you know I'm kind of like sounding queer 24/7. You know, but you know, I had this whole thing like talking about like fire hoses and putting out fires with women. And it's like, and it was a great little thing I had in my head. And then I walk in here and then everything. It's kind of like what I do on stage. Like I have all this great stuff ready to go, and it's like a magic, like the whole thing where you're flipping the guy's head and then Andy goes abracadabra and the guy's gone. That's what goes on in my head. Like I have all these great things that go through my head and then abracadabra, it's gone. So
Andy did make it out to see Shakespeare tonight. By
he
the way.
did. That's awesome.
Yes, he did. He was
awesome.
He was concerned he wasn't going to make that, but he made it out there.
So now we got a lot of shows coming up at McGuire's and here and everything. We got a lot of stuff coming up, and I can't wait.
Yeah, September 17th at the Brokerage, October 14th at McGuire's,
Okay.
and then we're back at both locations in December.
Really?
Yeah,
All right. Christmas theme, I hope.
Christmas, the same mob show, but a holiday theme.
Cool. Do I get to go sit there and go ho 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 ho? Not today because I'm putting panties on. Oh no, sorry.
Well, you're playing the ho ho ho.
Oh, I am.
And we have one redneck wedding in November as well.
Oh, yeehaw! I
Alex
can't be
Bradley
waiting for
walking.
that. Alex
you-
Bradley,
Did you want to hang? Did you want to come in?
come! Please, sit. Everybody, the Long Island Laugh-Off winner of 2023, Alex Bradley. Everybody.
Very nice.
All right.
So is this part of the prize being here tonight, or like I don't what the prize is getting on the main stage, right? Of
Yeah,
the
I
laugh
think
off?
I think it's a hosting gig I'm supposed to get.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So this isn't the prize, but
No,
it kind of is because it.
Yeah,
now they know
wouldn't have
you,
put me
and
up if-
yes, and
yeah.
this is just like we're watching the ground floor here of Alex Bradley at Governor's.
Wow, the ground floor of what will one day be a one-story building. Amazing.
You got to start somewhere, you know. Brick, mortar, some dirt, a couple of Mexicans. You got to start somewhere.
They could make you wash dishes for a while. Yeah. And you already went up, I'm assuming.
Yes,
yeah?
I did.
How'd it go?
Went good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Maybe I should go back to washing dishes.
No. You leave
Absolutely
that to me.
not. You won the laugh off for a reason. I haven't even seen. Is it a full room or?
It's about half full.
All right, that's all right.
But no, it's good. I like
Good
I
energy,
like the
yeah?
people out there. Yeah, we had
Cool.
a good time together.
Nice.
Yep.
It sounded like they had sex the way you said that.
Hey,
Had a
listen,
good
all I
time
know is,
together.
if you notice,
Well, it's
he
obvious.
finished on top.
It's obviously you didn't see my set. If that's a surprise to you. I'm trying to revolutionize the comedy game.
Go ahead, give a little giggle, a little here, a little there, a little bit in her hair. So, anyways, sorry that I go perverted when I talk. I should shut up. Anyways, Alex Bradley, you should be talking more. I'll shut up over here. I will look at my phone about Long Island comedy.
Did it? So won the laugh off, and prior to the laugh off, you've never been on the main stage.
I had a guest spot one time.
I was going to say I find that very surprising if you had never on the main stage before.
You're telling me, man.
Yeah, it's weird
No.
to me. So how does it feel? Like
It's good. I'm very excited. I think maybe part of it is I live way out east. So
not anymore, from what I'm hearing.
No, yeah, I moved. But for the past the rest of my life up until now, so I don't get out all the way out here so often because it's like it's like an hour and a half, whatever. Not that that's that long. I mean, there's people in Texas who probably commute like 5 hours every day. I don't know what it's like out there, but I stole your job. Sorry. Yeah. So, but I'm a lazy person, so I pop down to McGuire's and there's nobody there books. So I don't know how it works.
But now, are you now like you don't need the Billy Geyers and the Andy Plajanoses anymore? You're not, because you're not.
Yeah, I've abandoned them. I let them know beforehand. I said, listen, if I ever make it big, I just want you to know I will forget you. And now I'm very famous.
I'll always have this, to remind you.
Who's that? Nah, I'm fine.
How long did it take you to get here today from Queens?
Well, what's crazy is I came because it's like the same distance from Mattituck and Queens, but I ended up going home from Queens to Mattituck this morning.
Oh.
There's like 2 trains a day that go to Mattituck, so I had to get up early to get on the train, go to Ronkonkoma, transfer. This is very interesting for people who like train logistics. And I was sitting on the train to Mattituck. It was actually packed. It must have been Labor Day vacationers.
Yeah.
There was a group of
Asian women.
No. Good guess though. No. There was a group of white teenagers who I guess were going on some kind of fishing trip, and they were the only people like talking out loud, and they were loud, and they were getting louder and louder, and I'm sure they were fine young men, but man, it was annoying. One of them told the worst story I've ever heard. This is like the worst. Can I repeat it? And just know I'm gonna repeat some things. Every time I repeat something in this story, he said it 4 more times than I said it. So this is how the story goes. He's like, yo. So I wake up in the morning. So my alarm goes off. I wake up in the morning. I get dressed. Right. My alarm goes off. I wake up in the morning. I wake up. I get dressed. I get ready for school. I go out. And there's like tennis balls and mail on the floor, and my mom is like, "Where are you going?" And I get up. My alarm clock goes off. I get up. I get dressed. And I'm ready. I'm get ready for school. And I go out and there's mail and stuff. And my mom is like, "Where are you going?"
Wow.
And I was like, this kid is a brilliant, he revolutionized storytelling. It all happens at once, and it's circular. I'm like, this kid is a genius, though, like we've never seen before.
But I don't know what's worse, him telling that story or
telling it again on the radio?
No. His group of people, locked in and thinking that was, a great story.
I see. I wonder, I wasn't watching. I was just listening, and I didn't want to be listening, but there's no other sound,
Yeah.
And I wonder if he kept repeating it because nobody was listening to him. I couldn't tell.
But I have to, unfortunately, appreciate that story, no matter how many times it was told over and over again. There was one thing about that story that it did not have: the word 18,000 times.
Okay.
I cannot stand people when they say these 2 words. Literally. That literally happened. Literally. Or when they say, because I was going to a thing that was something that was kind of like what I was going to say, but I didn't say it because if I did say it like that, it could have been, misconstrued in of a way. It irks the hell out of me. Literally and get it out of your vocabulary, move on to something else, or find better words other than literally like, because you sound like a dumb valley girl. Because like I was like literally like going to the bathroom and I like literally just peed. Literally, like no way. Anyways, hi. That's why I said.
You know what I liked about that bathroom story is you did make it intriguing. The story was I went to the bathroom and peed, but the way that you told it in the Valley Girl voice, I was like, this is interesting.
Kind of done it myself when I was going ahead, and I had a little bit of a blonde/alcoholic coke moment. But still, we don't talk about that. Moving on. But I do like the story because it had no words like or literally in it. So I appreciated that dude's story about getting up for the alarm and softballs and tennis balls and newspapers. Moving on. I'll shut up now.
Wow.
Sorry, Alex Bradley. I'm an idiot. You know that.
I forgive you.
So, but anyways, real quick, how did it feel to like? Seriously, I don't know what it's like, but how did it feel to take home the out of all of those weeks and going through every single person? How did it feel to be reign number one?
It's very cool. I appreciate it. It's good to be validated, you know, because I've been doing comedy for a while, and I one time I asked one of my good friends to come see me do comedy, and I bombed so bad, and he told all my friends, and now they all think I suck at comedy. So it's good to have this win under my belt. So I got something to say, but then it also feels bad because there's so many people who did so good, and you know I know that everybody else.
But now
is,
you get to hold the record with all the other people who have won the laugh off throughout the years, and you know I mean, like I said, it's just to see the battle of all you guys week after week, and then have to make sure that you deliver the funny each time. You know, I mean, I actually liked one of the posts, and I got a kick out of it. And it was like, I would just say it was a hashtag, was it rigged? I thought it was funny as hell. But I don't think it was. You put the work in. I've seen you over the years. You've definitely put the work in. You put in the what needs to be done on stage, and you deserve it. And listen, congratulations on
what's it like in the green room? Like are they treating you like a newbie, like, or are
they have
ignoring
huge
you?
respect for me.
Nice.
Yeah, I walked in every. No, they've got a plate of food. I never had that waiting to go up. There's a big platter of food, and I'm
they
like,
got the refrigerator in there.
Oh, pretty sick. And I was gonna take a mozzarella stick, and I bite into it, and it's like what? It's like a green bean. It's like it's zucchini. It's zucchini.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, that's not. And I eat it, and then I go for another, and I'm like, these are the mozzarella sticks, and that's a jalapeno. Huge disappointment. I tried 3 more. There was no mozzarella sticks. It was,
well, between me and Keegan, I mean, sorry, you know, I mean,
yeah.
I went in there also, and I was like, hey, I'm hungry and homeless.
Did Keegan give you a cigar? He's got a bunch of cigars.
He
on
offered one, but
he did, huh?
I don't be smoking the tobacco.
All right, but at least he offered it to you.
Yeah, very nice.
So he's treating you like an equal.
Oh yeah, they're very nice.
Come on, there's nobody being a dick.
Oh well, if I have to be now.
Very nice. And you said the audience was good, right? I asked you that.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah.
Very nice. And anything else? They have you. So they haven't talked to you yet about hosting or like any other bookings or anything with them?
I haven't mentioned it yet. No.
Okay, it's coming.
Cool. Thank you.
It's coming.
I definitely see a lot of great things happening with Alex here. I like I said, he's put in the hard work. He's been popping up. He's kind of like a little bit of an irritation on my page and on my I'm not just talking about the one page. I see him all on my feed all of a sudden. You know, like I'm going through my Facebook and I'm like okay, there's my friends. It's like fucking Alex Brantley. And my friends like another fucking someone talking about okay, and laugh off with it. Yeah, like so you know it's like he's definitely going to be around. And he's definitely a staple. He's definitely going to be a name around here, and I can't wait to see him blossom like a flower.
Who's that woman that came in second?
Rob White is.
Oh, Rob White came in second. Sorry.
He's
and then who's the woman?
Beautiful lady.
Sexy.
Known for his feminine mystique.
Oh, sure.
No, that was Debbie Reiser.
Yeah. I have no idea.
I didn't know her.
She's not like I said.
She was very funny.
I have not seen her around here. I did not know of her. She could have been.
Oh, so I'm not the only one. Nobody.
No. But
so where did she come from? Do we know anything about her?
Obviously, someone had sex and gave birth to her.
Well, all right.
You know,
good to
I mean,
know, so.
I don't know where she hails from, but you know, like I said, we all
Because
know
usually
Rob.
when it comes down to the finals, it's usually like Alex, like Rob White. It's
Right.
people that we know or at least heard their name.
Right.
You know, so when I saw her, I was like, oh, who's that?
But she wasn't the winner.
That was the first time I saw her was at the finals. And
Oh,
and
okay.
she did very like I didn't listen to everybody's set, but I listened to her and I heard that and I was like, "Ooh, the bar is high." I was worried.
No kidding, she was that good.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I thought she, did
Wow.
good. She had good jokes.
Oh wow, and Rob White is fantastic.
Rob
too.
White
He's
crushed it.
He did.
Yeah.
He did crush it. Well, and you did too.
Thank you.
Rob's set I heard from here. I just heard all the laughter, but your set I watched, and you guys crushed it. It was crushed it, and it was great. And it was fun for me because I mean, you know, I have Plagianos in here every Friday. If he's not talking about Billy Geyer, he's talking about you, and it's always good stuff. So I was
Very
I was
creepy.
looking. Yes. Oh yeah. It's all sexual. It had nothing to do with your comedy. So, but I was looking forward to seeing you because I never what.
No, I was going like, sexual. No, that's actually.
I had never seen you,
actually
actually.
have my own podcast. It's called the Andy Plagianos Chronicles. I just talk about him, but I don't publish that anywhere. I do that in my private time.
It's about time you got back in here. I'm trying to get the hell out of here, and you're like taking your sweet old ass time.
2-1 Mets. Wow.
Do you know how hard it has been covering for you since you've been gone? I mean, this is.
I can only imagine.
They don't pay me enough.
I
for this.
can only imagine.
The work that goes into this, but like, okay, listen. Since I was not even invited into this building,
You were.
Well, you were, yeah, but at this part of the building,
Yes.
I got to go where the other parts where I really wasn't invited, because that's where they serve the alcohol, and I need more because like I have a problem. But other than that, Tony, I want to say have a terrific, wonderful weekend. I will see you on the
17th.
yes.
See now even Tim knows.
On
Tim
the
knows better
17th.
than you.
Yes, well, he should. I will see you on the 17th. I can't wait to do a show with all
Yes.
of us.
Looking
And
forward to it.
I'll tell you, Mr. Bradley, it's been a pleasure. And I will come over there and I'll shake Mr. Tim Gage.
Hey, thank you, Jeffrey. Good to see you again.
Sir.
I'll probably see you out there before
Yeah.
before I leave. So.
All right. Take care, guys.
How much more time you doing?
I'm doing maybe 10 minutes tops, and I mean 2 hours is more than enough. So,
Oh, really? Is that the attitude you're gonna have?
Well, I'm I'm
Yeah.
in tune with the viewers,
Yeah, I
all
got-
two of them.
Oh,
And I
one
know,
left.
one left, down to two, and probably one of them is me. So that means there's
Okay,
somebody at
maybe
home
some- okay.
watching, maybe, or it's just
That's
somebody
all right.
else's phone.
Good
Hi,
evening.
Mom.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Good evening.
Yeah. So, any words of wisdom and advice for Alex Bradley?
No.
How long
none.
have you been doing it?
I don't know. I did it. First time I did it was like 6 years ago or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But I got more serious like the past 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And what?
The best thing you do is just keep going up.
Right.
That's the best advice I ever got. Just
And
keep
what?
going up.
Well, what happened 3 years ago that you?
COVID.
Oh yeah. True.
And actually, right before COVID was when I started getting serious, and I was going to open mics every night. And then,
Every night.
Yeah, or trying to.
Yeah.
And I was in college, and I was just talking to somebody. I was in college, and I was dishwashing. I mentioned that I was actually
Yes.
Yeah, and I was trying to do
That'll
open
make you
mics.
want to do something else.
Yeah,
right.
and then
Dishwasher.
my grades started to suffer because of the open mics, and then COVID started, and like the first day I was like, okay, I'm going back to my dishwashing job, and I just felt a little bit tickle in the throat. I shouldn't have come in there. shouldn't have come in that day. I was huge volume of dishes. I'm
There you go.
huge conveyor belt. I'm the only one there. And then the next day they shut everything down, and I feel partly to blame. I never
Understood.
opened up about that to anybody
Well,
before.
we're here for you. Well, but I can identify. I was the last one to perform at the brokerage, and then things
yeah?
shut down a day or two later. So I was. In fact, Governor's wasn't even open that night. It was just a brokerage, and I don't think McGuire's was either. So I was, for a year, I was the COVID of comedy.
There you go.
Yep, I shut it all down. That's how bad I was. Yeah. So you were in school at the time. So, but you just
Yeah.
started school again.
Grad
What do you-
school.
Oh, grad school.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
TV writing.
TV writing.
Good luck with that.
There you go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be honest. I didn't know there was a graduate program for that.
Neither did I.
Where is it?
Stony Brook, Manhattan
Okay.
Center. I found out the week before the applications were due, and I was like, I like TV, I had to like write like 10 pages of or like whatever pages of stuff and like make a video, and I was like those 7 days I did nothing
huge
else.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. Is that what you
Oh,
wrote
yeah?
down on it?
What?
Is that what you wrote down?
yeah. I was inspired.
Those are my favorite shows. Ever since those, I
And
wanted to write
Wipeout
it.
is really.
Well, and so you
Cowabunga.
yeah, like Bart Simpson did too. So you had to write something like you didn't already have something. You had to write something fresh.
I had a couple things like submitted a really bad comedy sketch I wrote. I don't think that helped me. It was not funny.
Well, you did something right.
Yeah, I had to write a personal essay. I had to learn what you say in a personal essay, and then I had to write it.
Oh my goodness!
But it worked out. I got in. So it's cool.
So, like, have you you've done stuff like this, or like you've written like pilots and stuff?
Yeah,
You know?
on my own. Like
Yeah.
Just I'm very into TV writing, and
Really?
I've done a lot of script writing on my own. But this is the first time I've gone to school for it. So it's very
I
different.
believe Harvard and Yale is really where you want to go if you want to write on TV.
Noted. I'll
Okay.
keep that in mind.
Well, that'll be next.
Yeah.
Made it to
You know,
Stony
that was
Brook.
my-
right. Stony Brook might not.
He won
you
the
know,
laugh off.
Yeah.
And that was my
Yeah,
big
today,
mistake.
'cause
Was
Harvard
that's
and-
the
yeah.
classic mistake is not
Yeah.
going to Harvard.
Yes.
That's where careers fail.
I know.
Oh, why didn't I know about
Yeah,
that one?
yeah.
You see, it's the word of mouth didn't reach me.
There you go.
About that
Hilarious.
particular school.
The club. The writing club.
Yeah. The inner circle over there.
Thank God you're studying it now and you're not a TV writer because you'd be walking
Yeah.
on the street right
Great
now.
time to be a scab.
Yes. Yeah. Hey.
That's why I got into it.
I know.
You know, I'll be honest, and I have brought it up on my show during the week. I was approached about a year ago by a guy that wanted to syndicate this in here.
Right.
Whoa.
And I was like, holy crap. So, been keeping in touch and having some meetings. But now with the strike,
It's all off.
no, it's the opposite.
Oh, they want you, yeah.
Because there's no
nothing's coming up.
content. They've already canceled the fall
Yeah.
season of shows. So I've had more meetings, and there's going to be a pitch meeting is being planned. And I had
Well,
to
don't ask me to be on it. Don't ask me to do the show.
Why not?
Ask,
Oh, yeah.
ask me.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking, if there's going to be money, or if I'm going to be on TV. Well, that's the thing. I'm like, I'll have the power. If I get on, even if it's 6 o'clock on a Sunday morning, I don't even care. Like,
Yeah.
that's when the Gages and the Roaches and the Colas will be walking in here regularly.
Yes.
It's a game changer, man. So I'm excited. So now I'm hoping, and I'm a union guy, CWA 1104, but I'm hoping this strike lasts a little while.
And you know what
think
makes
it- I
it?
think
You
it's
know what
going
makes
to.
it a powerful strike is the writers and actors. Most of these people not working anyway. So
Yeah, true. Right.
you're telling a lot of waiters, "Hey,
Yeah.
you can't write for TV," and they're like, I will be on that picket line every day
Yes.
when I'm not waiting tables. I will be there protesting."
It's probably a perfect opportunity for them, the out-of-work writers and actors, to just network.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the
Pretty
strike's
much,
over, you
yeah,
think of me.
yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. So I got my hopes up, of course.
Good
and,
luck with that.
Well, thanks. Yeah, and I know I'm probably jinxing it by talking about it publicly, but I can't help it.
That's awesome.
And I just like putting it out there and hoping for the best. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you updated. But I think that's great. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And did
Best
did
of
you,
luck.
Yeah. Did you start yet or no?
I started this week.
How'd
There
it
you
go?
go.
I think it's going great. I haven't had to write anything yet. That's my fear, is that I'm going to start writing things and I'm going to realize that I suck, which is a huge possibility. But so far they've just been talking. And I'm like, this is great.
That's good.
Yeah.
Was that the cleaning guy that just walked by?
Yes.
Is this
Nut
place
man.
A nut man. That's
Not
it.
man, he's doing a little room.
Is this
Doing
place
a gig
clean?
room.
It's cleaning out already. This place?
The giggle room is done.
I should.
wow.
Done.
My family is probably waiting for me. You guys.
yeah,
all right.
have
I'm
fun
gonna
on the show.
I'm gonna
See
call
you
it a
guys.
night anyway.
Have
Thanks
a
for
good night.
stopping
Thank you
in,
for having
Alex
me.
Bradley.
Thank you.
We'll see you again because you're gonna be
Yes,
regular
yes.
here. And
Bradley, take
thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck in school.
Thank you.
All right, and Yeah, it's just about 10 o'clock. I could go.
Let's get the hell out of
And
here.
you, of course, always a big support in
Always a
here,
good
which
one,
you know I
Tony.
always
I love
appreciate
coming
very
down.
much. Very much. All right, so yeah, we're out of here. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you guys Monday morning. I'll be here, and we'll do our Labor Day thing.
Yes.
All right, everybody, and don't forget, September 17th, we're going to be at the brokerage for our murder mystery.